Hello and welcome to FYMMO's Tips for Graduate Life. Today we're going to be chatting a little bit about emigration. So first things first, research is key. Before you think about packing or buying your new wardrobe, it is imperative to map out what you want from this pathway. So think about job opportunities, the cost of living, where you're going, the ease of transport and the laws of culture. Is there a language barrier, for example? Do you have a country in mind or even a specific city? You might have friends or family somewhere that you wish to join, and that really helps to focus and narrow down your search. And importantly, how long do you plan on going for? Budgeting and mapping is something that can be done long before you book your flights, and knowing where you are going makes everything easier. If you have the time and the finances and you haven't been there before, travel to the area you would like to move to. Stay away from the city and see what life is like for the locals. Research blogs and videos on the way of living where you are headed to. So the first case study we're going to chat about is Australia, and this is everything you'll need for your Australian visa. It is important to check the local requirements for moving to Australia, and the Australian Department of Home Affairs website will be linked down below. There's a few options there for visas, such as the Working Holiday Visa or the Skills Regional Visa. It's important to have a good look through what you'll need and what they entail to see what suits you for your trip. For employment, the best places to look for jobs will be listed down below in clickable links, and it's a good idea to look for a job and gain employment before you even get over there. Make the use of online interviews if you can, and if you have a special skill set, you have a better chance of getting a working visa. When it comes to living, it can be difficult to buy in Australia, so the chances are you're going to be renting somewhere to live. Finding somewhere before you can move can be difficult, as landlords don't usually tend to rent to tenants they have not met. So temporary accommodation is a great idea, such as Airbnb, where you can lay the land, get your feet on the ground, and start looking for somewhere to live. So when moving, it's important to research the area where you'll be living. So the specific area in say Sydney, for example, or Melbourne, from rent to gym memberships. Your priorities on finances need to be taken into account. So save up for more than you budget for, because emergency expenses usually happen when moving, so it's no harm to have a rainy day fund. While you're renting your Airbnb, set up your finances. So set up your bank account and have a folder where you have all your important documents for future use, such as your visa details, your proof of address, and ID. The healthcare system in Australia is Medicare. However, those on temporary or work visas are not covered under this. Irish citizens, however, can avail of emergency healthcare, but when moving, it is a good idea to get overseas healthcare. That's approximately $80 to $100 a month, and it covers your medical and your dentist, etc. So next, we're just going to talk about Canada. So this is everything you'll need for your Canadian visa. I will pop this link down below again, and the address for the visa application centre is there along with the phone number. So if you have any questions or are concerned about your visa application, that's the number you can call, and you can get someone to chat away with you about the process. The visa types are listed here: the International Mobility Visa and the Working Holiday Programme. These are the two most common used visas for this type of travel, for postgraduate travel and moving. So again, have a good read through what you'll need and whether it suits your needs, and start your application process from there. For employment, it's a good idea to look for jobs in Canada at this clickable link here for tips and advice on workplace cultures and standards, as they may differ to Ireland culturally. These websites are a great place to start. Again, it's no harm to look before you even get your boots on the ground and see if you can organise yourself a job before you even leave Ireland. Living and moving, again, getting an Airbnb is the preferred way to do it, as you can really get a feel for the place and whether or not it suits you and your needs, the area that you're looking for. When moving, less is better and less is also cheaper. This goes for both Canada and Australia. If you're making a big move, try and travel as light as you can, because it saves on expenses, and you can also buy anything you need when you're over there. And finally, finances and healthcare. Set up your bank account in the early days. Set up your healthcare before you can go. Even have a look at moving to Canada to see if you fall into a state or province, which includes Canada's free healthcare. Finally, have fun. Make the most of your experiences by reaching out to expats on social media. Use IEGT's resources, try new things, and make sure to call home when you can. Thank you.